Where do things stand for China developer bonds? And I suppose this is really a lesson to not take for granted that there is any kind of too strong to fail or too big to fail player here.
Right, Heidi. We've been saying that for months now, where we just don't know where some of this hidden debt is with some of these developers. Even companies that have been more strongly rated, such as Zhenro, such as Shimao, which until a few months ago was investment grade rated, it too has run into some difficulties. Its ratings have been falling, and so it's really just it's a lot of unknowns still out there, despite what's been going on as far as there hasn't been as many defaults so far this year. We did have one last week, Yango, which is a part of another company that had its own debt troubles back in December. It said last week it did not make some bond interest payments, and so we start to seem to be getting back to this trouble spot we've been seeing for several months back, late 2021.
And with bond yields climbing and making it really much more expensive to refinance, how difficult a position does this put all of these property developers that we thought at one point were really safe? Who's next?
Right. I mean, it's just been this high yields that we've been seeing. It's just really made it difficult for companies to be able to refinance debt. Chinese developers have sold very little as far as new debt so far this year. That trend continued from late last year, where the high interest rates just kept it and made it very difficult and near impossible for some of these smaller and weaker developers to actually refinance debt. So they've either had to be able to pay it off or reach some sort of agreement with creditors to be able to kind of roll it over to extend it. We've had some developers be able to extend it, some have not, and we were just run into some of these defaults. And so March is a big month for payments. February was relatively slow by comparison. We're going to see a lot more payments come due in March, and so we could see quite a few more potential missed payments coming.